This one-shot episode contains spoilers.
If you have yet to read the comic, watch the TV show, or you're just trying to stay away from the internet rumors that may be contained in this episode, you might want to hit that stop button right now. You're listening to the Absolute Geek Podcast, Star Wars The Force Awakens special, our review of The Force Awakens. And as the intro says, there will be spoilers in this. So if you have yet to see The Force Awakens,
don't worry, they all die.
Stop this podcast. Don't listen to fucking Restrictor Plate. Stop this podcast right now. Go to your local theater, see Star Wars, and then come right back here
and listen
to us and see what we thought about it. So I will kick the show off with our residential Star Wars guru, Mr. Changa.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Chimichanga
I'm
too.
Matt, by the way.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jose Chimichanga too.
And so yeah, we'll start it off with Jose. And Jose, what did you think? First of all, how many times have you seen it, and what did you think of The Force Awakens?
I only saw it twice.
That's it? Only twice?
I should be sitting at least 4, but I have a life, so
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, that's what you have.
I was extremely overwhelmed because I liked it so much.
Yeah.
Oh, you're overwhelmed.
I was overwhelmed. I was completely overwhelmed by it. Actually, I don't know what to expect. Like
You've seen it twice. You should know what to expect by now.
No, I mean like before I saw it, like my expectations were, what the fuck are you doing?
Kyle is destroying the studio.
You already dropped the chair and and something else.
I was trying to get comfortable.
So, like before I went to go see it, I didn't know what to expect.
When you seen it with us, or when you seen it the second time?
No, at all. Like before we went to the theater, because the commercials or the trailers didn't give anything away.
No, a lot of the stuff
was the best thing
Yeah,
about
a lot
it.
of the stuff that was in the commercials was stuff that was left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, almost none of that was in the movie.
Like that whole Luke speech about I have the Force, my sister has the Force, and you have
Yeah.
it. That was not in the movie.
Also, the other part that wasn't in it was the when Kylo Ren is walking through the snow and he turned on his lightsaber. You heard it in the movie, but you did not see it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool to hear and see the other side of it.
Oh, when he was chasing Rey.
Yeah, when he was chasing Rey and
That's
Finn.
actually the scene from the commercial was not the same scene that was in the movie.
No,
Because the one where he's doing it
'cause
in the
he's wearing the
snow,
helmet.
he's wearing the helmet.
Yeah,
and
that's
in the
true.
movie he didn't have the
he
helmet
wouldn't have the
on.
helmet on. Oh wow. Well, see, stuff like that is like really awesome. That anything that had to do with the trailer didn't give anything away.
Yeah.
So I went in expecting no story, expecting to be blown away by it. It was fucking awesome. I loved it. I don't care if it was almost a copycat of episode 4,
Yeah.
because it almost literally was.
Well,
Let's not kitty cat around
and
that,
I had this discussion with Kellen.
or pussyfoot around it.
Me and Kellen had this discussion over the weekend. It is almost a copycat of episode 4, but it's almost like a catching up. It's almost like a reintroduction for the new Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And you know, my theory behind it is history repeats itself. We know this. We see this with what we're going through now. Most of us grew up through the 90s. Everything in the 90s is coming back right now. So history repeats itself. So of course you would expect these events to take place again, but they're on a bigger scale. And whatever we've learned from history is that whenever someone tries to replicate something, they always try to do it bigger and better and more advanced. And that's why you got basically the Death Planet. Jesus,
Really?
Kyle.
This is a loud chair.
You got the Death Planet instead of the Death Star, and it's actually
And
finished and working. And
The funny thing about it, though, they call it Star Killer.
yeah,
Which was the original name for Luke Skywalker.
Right.
It was supposed to be Skywalker. It
Yeah.
was supposed to be Star Killer.
Yeah.
But it was too menacing or whatever. So they just went with Skywalker instead of Star
isn't
Killer.
Star Killer the name of? Have you ever played Star Wars Force Unleashed?
No, I never played that.
I think Star Killer is the name of the main character
No, I
because
don't.
you play Darth Vader's apprentice, and I believe you're Star Killer.
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool that they use
But-
that. But,
It's just everything's on a bigger scale, so it kind of makes sense why it replicates
well,
episode 4 so much.
I mean, throughout watching it the first time, I was like, that already happened. Wait, that already happened.
And he literally, and I'm gonna tell everybody out there, he literally said all of that.
Yes, Kyle had to sit next to him.
And also, everybody has asthma. Just so you know.
Everybody, yes,
Everybody in the movie has asthma. Yeah, the entire
no
time.
matter what they did, it's because it was intense.
It was.
Everybody was
Yeah.
so worked up.
They were inside of a tent.
Yeah.
breathing hard.
It's crazy.
Very intense. But watching it and re-seeing that movie again the second time on Sunday in 3D, I didn't expect anything out of 3D other than a couple things popping out here and there.
You saw it in IMAX, right?
I saw it in IMAX 3D.
So in the beginning of the IMAX, it actually says this isn't the IMAX experience, right?
No, I didn't say that.
It doesn't say that?
No.
Because that's what somebody told me, that someone I work with, they saw it in IMAX. And it says this is not made for the IMAX experience.
Well, yeah, it's not shot on IMAX cameras.
Yeah.
It's converted to IMAX.
Mine didn't say that. I had the whole IMAX intro and everything. That's it.
Because they have special cameras for IMAX movies.
So you should see it in the real 3D then.
That's what I'm going to do next. Probably this weekend.
Are you really?
Because I want to see it in each version. Because I want to see what the difference is with the 3Ds.
And you say you have a life.
Right?
I'm not watching it in 2 days.
That's true. I agree. Okay, I give you that.
I watched them all in 2 days.
I'll give you that.
But I mean, eventually I'm going to see it again with somebody else. So
Yeah.
Your old boss?
no,
No?
they already saw it. They already saw it.
But what do you think of it, Kyle?
Oh, I didn't even get to say what.
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue
So
on.
I mean, the second time I saw it made me feel better about it. Because the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, this movie's again. You know, I just kept saying, oh, it's episode 4. But seeing it again and experiencing it again, I really enjoyed it for what it was. Not that it's a copycat or anything like that. It's just the movie paced is paced well. The script was amazing. I mean, it was just a great movie. It just,
Did you know that both Ben Kenobis are in that movie?
Yes.
The part
his
where
voice.
their voices
when they hark back
when
she picks it up.
when Rey is like in the presence of Luke Skywalker's blue
Yeah, she
lightsaber,
picks it up.
Anakin's blue lightsaber, I should say. Yeah.
Well, they say it's a different blue, but it's the same one.
No, it's the same. It's the exact.
I was
same.
reading something that
It's the exact same saber.
because Luke upgraded it. Because remember,
Did
Darth
he?
Vader gets it, and he's like, "Oh, you have created your own lightsaber."
I thought that was the green one.
Was it?
I think it's the green one because he gets the green blade
And number 5,
and it's a different hilt.
6.
Because the green one is a different hilt.
He never. Oh. Fuck, I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember. He gets the. I know he's got the blue one
And
from
the green one.
Kenobi, and then he gets the green one. He's got the green one.
It's the one he's fucking looking straight at
Yeah.
it like a gun.
Yeah, he gets the green one when he finally fights Vader in
When he makes
Return.
his own, yeah.
Yeah,
But I just read something that it was a different blue. But it's
Nah,
probably
I think
because
it's
of
the same.
old technology,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
But anyways, I give this movie probably 9 boners.
9 boners.
I give it 9 boners. And the reason why I watched it twice is because not only to re-experience
Because you
it.
talked through the first time.
Oh man, I was so pumped. But how many times in your life do you get to see a Star Wars movie in the theater? Fresh.
This is 4th.
Yeah,
Yeah, but how
Four
many
for me.
times? I mean, what, in 10 years, 11 years?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want to watch it as many times as
The
like
the last one I saw in theaters would be
number 3.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, and I saw that twice.
Revenge of the Shit, the all anal final chapter.
But yeah, I loved it. I'll go watch it again.
But this is the first really good Star Wars movie
Yeah,
that we're
exactly.
getting to see in our
This
lifetime.
is like
in a theater.
this is like watching the originals, but for
Right.
us.
Yeah, that's what this is.
That's
for
why
us.
I want to experience as much as I can in the theater.
Well, and I think that's what it is that most of the kids nowadays know the newer trilogy 1, 2, and 3.
Ugh, poor kids.
Phantom Menace, Attack
Clones.
Attack of the Clones, and then Revenge of the Sith.
See, I liked episode 3. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it either.
Like
Episode 2 is terrible.
I couldn't even get through the first hour.
I don't even think I've seen the
Episode
whole-
2
haven't
is
seen it.
god awful.
The Phantom Menace I've watched a few times, and then episode 2, this is garbage.
I probably
Yeah.
saw the Darth Maul fight more than I've seen any other movie.
Yeah.
Just the fight.
And then the third one I really liked, and I've watched it a bunch of times because I really like the whole fight in the Senate and all that stuff. That shit was cool.
Oh, I got a really quick question, and then Kyle can go. what was the spoiler from the first 3 movies? Like, what was the one thing, like, you can't say this? What was it?
I don't
There
even know.
wasn't
if
anything, right?
I know there
Because
wasn't.
we all know he turns into Darth Vader.
Yeah, there wasn't anything. There was nothing.
I guess the only thing I was able
They
to
really
think
didn't harp on the first 3 movies at all.
well, because nobody cared back then.
Right.
But the thing that I think it could have been spoilery if it was made now was Padme dying.
No,
they
because you
they
knew
never-
it was going to happen in. If you saw 4, 5, and 6, you already knew that was going to happen.
that they died because the only thing I remember
That
from the
Padme
original
dies,
movies,
yeah.
that the parents were, well, like they said that Darth Vader or Annie was dead, but he wasn't.
Yeah. Well, Anakin is dead. He's Darth Vader now, bro.
yeah.
What up?
And he's
But he
dead.
came back. Also, how the hell did he get the helmet?
Kylo Ren?
Yeah,
Well, they probably kept it. Luke
after,
probably kept it.
like sailed away.
He found it floating in space.
I mean, I can see why they remade it somewhat in the shadow of New Hope because it's a reintroduction for a new generation.
Yeah, and it was perfect.
It was
Why fuck up
With
something
Emo
that
Ren.
works?
with Kylo Ren, yeah.
Kylo Ren.
Emo.
Well, that's the thing is that
His freaking tantrums.
Kylo Ren,
Oh my god.
as you find out throughout the film, Kylo Ren doesn't have the Jedi training. He flips out and basically Luke doesn't train him anymore.
Yeah.
He takes off. So
The thing I read about that was that when Luke learned about the Force, Yoda taught him how to use the Force.
right,
Remember,
Not
they
the
sat in a
lightsaber.
swamp for like 18 minutes.
right,
Yeah. He never taught him how to wield the lightsaber. He just
right.
taught him
How to use the Force?
how to control the Force.
Yeah,
And then how everybody's like, "Oh, how was she able to pull the lightsaber?" Well, if you think about what is it? Empire Strikes Back, when Mark Hamill's in the cave, he's able to pull the lightsaber without any training.
well, we'll get into that because I have theories on that too. But what did you
Alright,
think of the
yeah.
movie, Kyle?
It was surprisingly good. I kind of went into it. Well, I kind of went into it like I go into most movies. Not
Pants off.
Pants off.
Rock hard.
Yeah.
Rock hard, pants off.
Taking my pants off and jacket. But
Speaking, that's one of the funny things that Jose did when the movie started, and you had the scroll go across the screen, and I was like, yeah, and Jose was like, I am so hard right now, it's like fucking diamonds. But sorry, go ahead.
I thought it was good though. I was pleasantly surprised. Actually, I was really excited through the whole movie. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be good, bad, because you have 3 movies that were awesome. You had 3 movies that were meh. So now you have this whole another movie with, coming out that was being scrutinized. Everybody was walking into that movie scrutinizing it. So I'd have to say it was fucking dick.
No, I was letting him know.
I mean, like, I didn't want to pull out my phone and fucking fuck around on my phone. I didn't want to get up and go to the bathroom. I didn't want to get a refill of popcorn. I didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was too. Like a lot of times during movies, I'll pull up my phone just to see what time it is.
Yep.
I didn't want to do that because I didn't want the movie to end. I didn't want to know how close I was to the end of it. So
I pulled it out once because I was getting tired. I'm like, fuck, man.
And yeah, and the movie went quick. Like, it didn't like. You know how there's some movies that as you're going through it, it lows for a while before it wraps up and it does everything it's doing. But this movie was good. It just kept going. It kept flowing. It kept moving. You didn't, what I mean? Like I didn't. A lot of times when I watch movies, I space out. I start thinking about stupid shit. Whatever's going on outside of
talon.
the movie. My fucking raptor talon on my tail. This movie, I didn't. I was. Besides Jose's commentary, I was into it and I was watching it.
Sorry.
No, I didn't care.
Hey, it was a good commentary.
Didn't fucking matter to me.
yeah, but
I mean, my son Matt passed out 10 minutes into it and woke up 10 minutes before it ended.
Are you
Oh, are you
serious?
Yeah, he
serious?
slept through the whole movie.
what the hell?
He missed the
What a waste!
Yeah, he missed the whole. He only saw 20 minutes of the movie.
What a waste! Does he want to go see it again?
And he hasn't talked about it.
Probably didn't care.
What?
What about your daughter? Did she like it?
Yeah, she liked it. She thought it was good. Yeah.
I think your kids liked seeing us make fun of you more than anything.
Dude, your kids were laughing. We were talking about your raptor claw. They were fucking busted up.
Well, it's not too often. Like I said before, it's not too often that they get to hear people make fun of their dad.
They need to listen to us
To
more
his
than-
face.
But no, it was really good. I mean, the effects were good. The writing was well done. Yes, it was like another movie, and I mean, it had a mission. There was something that needed to be accomplished, and they actually accomplished it in the movie. It
Yeah.
took all the way to the last fucking 3 minutes, but they got there.
Yeah.
They figured it out. They fucking
What I think this movie did better than New Hope is it took all the lull moments
Oh, just cut them out.
and cut them out.
Yeah.
yeah.
This movie was fast paced. This movie was go from the beginning. There was none of that like slow Senate talk. There was none of that
Oh my
like none of that. It was from
where
the
they lost
get
me.
go. It was go, and it never stopped. Even like the parts where Ray is going through and salvaging stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that was so interesting.
it was just go from the beginning. It never really even.
I think what made that stuff interesting it was because it was all the destroyed stuff from the other
That's
movies.
or from the
Yeah.
Star Destroyer.
So that's what
Or-
was really cool
Imperial
because that's what she was scavenging was
Well,
and that was fucking.
it's not
cool.
technically from the other movies. It's from the Battle of Jar that we never see take place. It's supposedly supposed to take place in the comic books, and I guess takes place in the Battlefront 3 or Battlefront 3.
the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
So it's from the Battle of Jar. That's why you're seeing all those Star Destroyers. That's the final battle before the Imperial Army gave up, and that's why there's a Star Destroyer there, and you see the AT-ATs or whatever they are,
Yeah.
laying there and stuff.
But it was still cool because it was still like,
They
even
had-
though I didn't know that, it was still like a connection to the
Yeah.
to the
Oh, yeah.
before.
to the original movies.
Right.
Because you've seen it, the destruction, and you've seen these, all the shit laying.
You don't think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like the aftermath.
Well, that's what Brent said. Is that like this movie? He had to go search. You really have to go search for information on this movie, in to connect like what happens before it. It doesn't give you everything you want right there. You actually have to like research it a little bit after you see the movie. And
The thing came out today with the art book for the movie where it shows like Ray's ship, like her little speeder thing that she's on, and they're like, well, this is the reason why she's so good with machines.
yeah,
Because that like her thing is like made up of like 5 different machines.
So who was she waiting for? She wasn't waiting for her family. She was waiting for somebody else.
she was waiting for
Yeah,
she was waiting
she was
for
waiting
Luke
for-
Skywalker.
She was waiting
For
for
her
the-
family, yeah, for her
Really?
father, yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't
Her-
think
I
it's that.
thought they said that she was waiting for
If
somebody
you-
else.
I mean, I may be wrong, but if you pay attention when they're talking about Kylo Ren and about when Kylo Ren is being trained by Luke Skywalker, they say that there was 2 Jedi. They say
Yep.
there was another Jedi, a younger Jedi, there, and when he flipped out, they took and hid that other Jedi, and that's Rey. And my theory is the reason she has got that such a close connection to that lightsaber is because she is Luke's daughter. And just like when they're in the snow, and spoiler alert, when they're in the
Spoiler.
snow and Kylo Ren is trying to get like force call the lightsaber and
Yeah.
it won't come, but when Rey does it, it comes to her. It's because she's Luke's daughter and they have that connection.
Because they're saying that
lightsaber.
when he was mind probing her, that was awakening her even more.
I don't know.
I just figured it was like the situation she was in. It was kind of like
Stress.
like
Yeah.
a life or death. Because not making it out of it. I think that kind of stuff. I think that brought it out in her.
Her midichlorians.
Yeah.
Well, they don't mention midichlorians in there
I
at
know.
all.
I know.
At all.
Well, because after all the Jedi's died, that whole idea went away.
Right.
That whole thing went away. So Luke Skywalker was never taught about midichlorians.
Right.
Yoda never once said that.
Right.
So that's never going to get passed on. You just have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Like the way it should have always been.
See, and I never knew, even all my years of watching Star Wars, I never knew that a non-Jedi could use a lightsaber. Like,
Well, like the thing I pointed out to you.
yeah, they can use it, but they can't deflect.
Well, yeah, they don't have that training.
Right. So that was something new I learned, but
Yeah, because I was telling you.
Yeah, but where in the other movies it's someone who didn't?
right,
Well,
exactly. Yeah.
Well, tell them the time I told you
What?
when Han Solo cut open
Oh yeah, when Han Solo cut open the
that thing, the tauntaun.
tauntaun. Yeah.
Oh, to stay warm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a non.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, a non force user was able to turn it on and use it.
I mean, to be honest with you,
think
it's
about
been
it.
so long since I've seen the original trilogy. Like, I wanted to watch it, but it wasn't
Luke
anywhere.
had to do that.
No, I thought Han Solo did it because Luke was knocked out.
He was frozen,
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
but there was no.
and I thought they smelled bad
Yeah,
on the outside. That whole scene.
but there was no reference to Boba Fett in this movie.
There's no reference to any
No
huts.
huts. Yeah,
There's no huts in it. There was a lot of like species that weren't in this.
Thank God there's no fucking Ewoks in it. The part drives me crazy.
I would have loved to have seen an Ewok in the bar.
yeah.
Just one there, just chilling.
Yeah.
Like just out of place. I think that would have been fucking hilarious.
But I absolutely love this movie personally. I thought it was fantastic. I was on the edge of my seat from the moment
He really was.
the scroll started. Like, I wasn't sitting back. I was into it, and I was fist pumping. Like, it was the Star Wars movie I wanted. It was what I waited so long for.
Matt actually got up and did a roundhouse kick.
I did.
At one point, I couldn't believe it.
You know, the best part of our watching experience was
Nobody in the
nobody was in the theater.
Oh my
It was
Right.
fucking
It was like
awesome.
20 people. And we went. So when we went to go see this movie, it was an adventure. Like, we went to the 1:45 a.m. showing on Friday morning. So, like, we all went home from work Thursday night, went to sleep and then got up and went to the movie. But, like, it was still so shitty because Kyle and I had to work the next day. So, like,
So did I.
Well, Jose too, but you were okay supposedly, and Kyle and I were fucking hurting.
I drove from the theater. I dropped my kids off and I drove to work.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. I came home and went right to work.
See, I lived right around the corner from there, so I cooked breakfast, ate, and then went to work. I
So
was starving.
and then, but the other shitty part is that the movie was supposed to start at 1:45 and it didn't
Yeah.
start until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
They totally forgot about us.
They did. I think they did. I
They
think they
totally
totally
forgot.
did.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think they started another movie and they were walk past and they're like, "Wait, why isn't this one going?" And they flipped it on because it was supposed to start 45 or at 1:45.
It was a very
I know
last showing.
in the other theater, you know how on the other
IMAX
side
one?
of our theater, there's a long line.
Yeah.
I guess there were security guards and everything in there watching everybody.
What?
Really?
Yeah, because the guy I work with saw he was at that showing,
Oh,
and I was like, shit, we could have. Nobody even came in and seen us. Nobody. We
not
could've-
even because usually the managers usually walk in and make sure.
Yeah,
everything looks good.
nobody even came in to check on it. Like,
Nope.
nothing. We could have done whatever the fuck we wanted in
Yeah.
the theater.
It was, and I told you guys when we were gonna pick the movie, I'm like, we have to see it early, or we have to see it last showing. Otherwise, we're gonna have fucking kids. We're gonna have fucking shitty families.
And
We're gonna have just a fucking mess.
and the shitty part is the one person that was talking in the theater
was
was in
me.
our fucking group. I hate people that talk in the
sorry.
theater. And the one guy who's like, "We got to go to this showing, so there's no kids, there's no people talking," and he's the one talking
The whole thing.
The
It
whole
was-
time.
It was awesome.
the whole fucking time. But yeah, it was.
I
It was
No, wait.
I seen Matt go like this and just look to his right and fucking.
I
just-
heard him.
Well, because I had Kellen over on my I had Kellen to my left going, "Jose better shut up and elbow him in the fucking mouth."
And Kellen was giving me shit because he thought that's what I was gonna
Jose
do.
better shut up. And then I got Jose
Better
over
shut your
here.
fucking phone
I got
off.
Jose over here. Everybody's out of breath. Why's everybody out of
I was
breath?
like, huh?
It's fucking emo Ren.
Yeah, Emo Red. That's what I called him.
Dude, that was the best thing
Emo
today
red.
that you sent about the spastic autistic Jedi. Gila.
No, that was from
Yeah, I know, but
a post on
yeah, it
Reddit.
was still funny though.
Just him just raging out.
But
No, because I was like, hey, Kyle, look, he's out of breath.
I mean, there's parts in this movie that everybody saw coming. The Han Solo.
I did not see that coming.
You didn't see?
Honestly, I did
dude,
not
I
see it.
called that so long
the
ago.
second you figured out and they said that Han Solo was his dad and his feelings weren't gonna. He had no feelings. It wasn't gonna matter. You knew he was gonna kill him.
Right? Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the second all that happened, I was like, that motherfucker's gonna die.
Well, I knew it was going to happen in the first place because
Well,
Harrison Ford did not want to make this movie.
Yeah.
They had to give him a shit ton of money to get him to make this movie.
Did they really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was it, 57 times
Yeah.
more than anybody on the movie?
They had to give him a
57 times.
shit ton of money to make this movie. He didn't want to make it.
I wonder why.
And that's why they killed him off.
Because he didn't want to be typecasted.
Yeah.
He's always shunned it. He's always shunned Star Wars.
What do you?
You say Harrison Ford.
But at this point in his life, he is not going to be fucking Han Solo
Harrison
forever.
Ford. What movies do you automatically think of?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, Han Solo, and Blade Runner.
And the fugitive.
And the president.
Well, yeah, but those aren't
Get
the,
off my ship.
those aren't the main ones. The main ones you think of.
It's Han Solo,
Han Solo.
and
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
At this point in his life, though, getting typecast as Han Solo, fucking 30 years
It doesn't
later.
matter.
Yeah,
Not even 36 years later.
but
He did not want to be associated after the movie.
He's a fool.
Because he said, like in an older interview, that he did it because it was a job. That was his
Yeah.
job.
he's not gonna be in the home. He's not supposedly not gonna be have anything to do with the Han Solo anthology that's coming out. The movie that's coming out
Because next year it's going to be
next year.
the
It's
Squadron or
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron, a Star Wars story. Then 2017 is Episode 8. Then 2018 is the Han Solo anthology, and then 2019 is Episode 9.
Fuck.
So the next 5 years, we will have a Star
5
Wars
years of
movie
boners.
every year.
Hopefully they're good.
Hopefully, they are good. But
If
I mean,
Rogue Squadron is anything like how this team was,
yeah.
it's going to be awesome.
So I mean, it'll be interesting. Like, I'm glad they didn't show Luke Skywalker till the very end of the movie.
And he's just making faces.
Yeah,
Just that's all he was doing. He was like,
Just chilling in New Zealand.
no, it's actually in Ireland.
Is
Or
it in
Is
Ireland?
it Ireland?
yes.
Somebody actually visited that place like 2 years ago and took pictures almost exactly the way it was shot.
But I like, and that's the other part that makes me think that that's his daughter, is when she's holding the lightsaber out to him and just like the look on his face. Yeah. So
If you guys
He was
can
like-
only see the face of Jose's making
He was like-
here.
but we're trying not to give too much away because we want you to go see the movie. We're just giving you our thoughts and our opinions here.
You better like put spoiler alert.
oh, I will.
Like when you post it.
Yeah, I will.
Spoiler, they all die at the end.
But yeah, the Han Solo Kylo Ren thing I saw coming a mile away.
I did it.
I called when they even first showed Kylo Ren. I was like, look, he's either he's gonna be Luke or Leia and Han's son, hands down, no
Ben.
no questions.
Napoleon Dynamite.
What was the biggest disappointment character in this movie for you?
Kylo Ren.
Really? I loved Kylo Ren, even though he was a young
Spaz.
Jedi in a spaz. He was he was young. You could tell he wasn't
Hux.
completely.
I was kind of disappointed in Hux.
I was disappointed with Captain Phasma.
Well, I think that's a given. If you've seen the movie, that's not even worth even mentioning. Because literally, she was in what, 3 scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's the
all
very
that hype,
first scene
all that
when they
hype.
get
And
when
then
they
she
land
took
back.
the shields down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the 3rd time,
Yeah.
and that's it.
But
Captain Phasma
What-
could have been such an amazing
That's what everybody's saying, though. Everyone's
Right.
all pissy about it.
right,
dude. And she's huge. Holy shit!
I liked
That's one
Kylo.
huge bitch.
I liked Kylo Ren's lightsaber though. I liked that the main blade comes up and then the 2 sides come out, and it's
he
got a
used
different.
it.
It's got a different sound.
I love
when-
that.
And he uses it
Yeah,
when he was cutting him.
yeah. Did you? Oh, so did you know that originally in the original script before it was rewritten, that Poe was supposed to die.
Really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Poe that died until Harrison Ford made the big stink about not wanting to be in Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why they rewrote it and killed him off.
It makes better sense though.
It does.
I like that they didn't kill Poe.
The one analogy, I don't know, have either of you seen Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, it's been forever.
The one analogy that someone made on Brent's Facebook that fucking floored me, it was like perfect, is the only thing that would have made that Han Solo death better is if someone would have been like, see a space cowboy.
Oh God.
Done. I would
would've
have
said that,
I would have
though.
cried. I would have been
And
like,
then you know what? When he starts falling back, and then all of a sudden he's falling to the side. Did
Yeah.
you notice that?
yeah,
Like it was falling back, and then to the side.
yeah.
Also, the second time I watched it, there's a pink R2D2 unit.
Is there?
Yep, there's one. It's like at the very end after they come back from blowing up the Star Killer, and they're showing like down the row of all the ships and stuff. There's a pink one. You see it. You barely see it for like a split second, but there's a pink R2D2 unit.
There's one character I know that Jose wants to know that if it's him. So JJ, if you listen to this,
Which one?
please email us and let us know if that's actually Porkins.
Oh my God! No, it's I found out who it was.
Who is it? It's not Porkins.
It's not Porkins.
He was the guy who gave away their position. He was the recon guy, the guy from Heroes.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that was him.
No, it wasn't
Yes,
because
it
he had
was.
a goatee. The dude from Heroes didn't have a goatee.
He had a beard. He had a
I
whole
don't
beard.
remember that. I'll have to. I'll
Yeah.
have to pay more attention when I go see it again.
Because Poe, when they were talking about like this is what we have to do, he mentions him saying that he gave away the position of the base, and that was Porkins, is what I call him.
Poe was a surprising character. Poe stole the movie, I think.
Oh yeah, like
Actually, I think the movie stealer was BB-8.
do I say something?
Oh
or-
yeah.
What?
No, when
Oh,
he's
yeah.
saying that to Kylo Ren,
Yeah.
it's like, do you say something first or do I? Or-
Yeah.
they needed that in the what?
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, like that's what was missing from the first 3 movies.
Oh yeah.
Or the new ones.
What made me like get super excited about how pumped this movie was gonna be is when they first started in Poe's getting the map to where Luke Skywalker is, and Kylo Ren comes down and he fires that blast and Kylo Ren stops it. And it stays there the entire time until they're getting ready to leave, and then it shoots off and blows up like the satellite.
Yeah, that was
I
fucking
was like,
awesome.
dude, that's amazing.
That was, yeah,
That's why I thought his force is gonna be more like it was.
stronger.
Yes, because when he did that in the beginning, so way later in the movie when he was doing it, it didn't seem like it was as strong.
Yeah,
But maybe it just was his opponent. You know what I mean?
I think that Ray.
That was pretty fucking
I think Ray has an amazing connection to the Force. It's going to be cool watching the next 2 movies.
I'm so happy that they finally have a female Jedi, like
Yeah.
in the spotlight.
And listen, that whole shit about we're boycotting this movie because of Finn being black, that's some fucking stupid bullshit because he did an amazing job.
Yeah.
He was awesome in that role.
They were saying that a lot of the times when they were shooting him, they didn't tell him like it was going to be that take because
Really?
all his
Is that why he was breathing hard?
well, they were saying that his genuine enthusiasm for the movie was him. That was him.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't him acting. That was really him acting surprised and everything that you see in the movie.
I see Kyle's working on his Jedi beard over here.
Yeah, his Jedi beard.
His Jedi beard. He's going to be the Jedi Master of drinking Crown in
And
Red
Coke.
Bull.
Kind of.
Yeah, there it is. He's got the robe on. Crown of Red Bull.
Uh-oh.
The other cool thing about this movie before we wrap up here is all the cameos.
Oh yeah.
Like
The-
people were in places you didn't even know that they were
until after.
until after. Yeah.
Oh, and his what's his name? Daniel Craig. His name was JB007.
Was it?
That was
In
his
the credits?
No.
Oh, that was his stormtrooper.
Yeah, it was his that was his stormtrooper number. Was JB007.
That's funny. For anybody that doesn't know that's seen the movie, Daniel Craig is the stormtrooper that Rey first uses her force on. And she's like, "You want to unlock these shackles and leave
The door open.
the door open," and he was like, "What?" And that's the other thing that pissed me off is like, fucking right before that.
That was so fucking
right
perfect.
before that part, she's like, "You want to unlock my shackles and leave the door open," and Jose was like, "What?" And then the stormtrooper was literally
No,
like, "What?"
I said, "What did you say?"
Yeah. What did you say? And then the stormtrooper was like, "What did you say?" I was like, "Dude, really, Jose?"
That was so predictable. It was so predictable.
But then when he dropped the blaster,
That was fucking hilarious.
yeah. So that was Daniel Craig, and then Simon Pegg, who's in Star Trek, is also in this movie. He plays the junk dealer.
The junk dealer with the food.
Yep, that gives the food to Rey on Jahar.
You could really hear him when he starts yelling like, "That's my ship."
Yeah.
That's when you can tell the voice.
And that part was funny too when they're running away. She's like, "Let's get to this ship," and he's like, "Well, what about that one?" She's like, "No, that's a hunk of junk."
that was
Her shit gets
that was
blown
junk.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's the Millennium Falcon. So cool.
I like that they explained how it got there.
Yeah. And I like that Han got to use Chewie's crossbow. And
Yeah,
he's
and
like,
he's
I really
like,
like
"I
this. Yeah.
Because I never used it in the original.
Yeah.
God, I want to know how
Can I borrow
Harrison
that?
Ford got paid now.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. But this movie is tearing up the box office
Oh.
right now.
I think it's hit 300 million worldwide.
It did. It did.
It beat the domestic against Jurassic Park.
It beat the global too.
Yeah, it's a 300 million.
After final tallies were calculated yesterday, it beat the global.
Oh fuck.
Like it had $528 million opening wide, globally opening wide.
Because I literally in the morning read
And
a
it-
Forbes article from Forbes and said that it was close to Jurassic World, and not even fucking 15 minutes later, Matt's like, "Nope, beat it."
Yeah. Well, they were still calculating.
Yeah,
and
they
it was
were
going.
still-
It was going, and they haven't even opened in Japan or China yet.
Nope.
January
And that's
9th.
one of the biggest
Yeah.
markets.
And so who knows what's going to happen when that happens? But
That's supposed to be January 6th.
it beat the biggest. It did like $40 million yesterday on a Monday. So it now is the biggest opening Monday for a movie. It dethroned Spider-Man 2. So that tells you how long that's had that. But
Wow.
It fucking greened everything.
yeah,
It broke so many freaking records.
all in all, it was a great movie. If you've not yet seen it, go see Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
And you just fucking watch the whole movie right now.
Yeah, we probably spoiled it for you, but if you have
No,
seen
not
it,
really.
Please don't
we're-
watch it.
We're
or don't
interested
listen to it until you watch
to,
it.
you know, I'm happy that this community was loyal enough to it not to give spoilers away, except
Except
for
for those
like
trolls.
the fucking random people that just wanted to be dickheads, you know. But I didn't have Star Wars spoiled for me. I had a fantastic time watching it.
I want to see
I
it
will go
early
see it
so I
again.
wouldn't get spoiled.
Yeah,
Because Harrison Ford is paid 76 times more.
Yeah,
than his
76.
co-stars.
there you
Well,
go.
one says 50, and then another one from 2 hours ago says 76 times. But like,
Let's be honest, the dude got paid money to be there. He got paid bank, so
I think he probably made up all the money that he lost out
yeah,
when he first did it.
yeah, probably.
Because the only one who actually made a lot of money was Alec McGuinness.
So
Because he actually had it in his contract that he got, I think, 1% or 2% of whatever George Lucas made.
it says he got only 16.7 million.
Who?
Harrison Ford.
No, he didn't.
no way.
Harrison Ford, who reprised his role of Han Solo in the series, received approximately 16.7 million for returning in Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
That's still a lot of money for a movie, though.
It's a shitload of money.
Yeah,
20 million was Jim Carrey's for like the 90s.
Yeah, but he got more than anybody else in the movie did.
yeah.
What a bunch of cheap asses.
But there you
Oh.
have it. Go see Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Go see it again. Why not? It was good.
I
We
dare you
liked
to
it.
see it more than me.
And he gets 0.5% of all the gross earnings.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's where the money is.
So, yeah. What would your final
also-
rating on it
They
be?
also
already
gave
gave
him
it
$1
a
million after he sprained his ankle.
No, he broke his leg.
Yeah.
You and
I wonder where
the,
he broke it.
the door of the Millennium Falcon fell on him.
It's probably when he ran to the
Yeah.
to the front.
It says Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher took a 7-figure amount to do Star Wars.
That's still $1 million.
Yeah, that's still a lot of money.
I wish it was more than $1 million.
It's not like Carrie
1
Fisher
million.
was doing anything.
What did Mark Hamill do?
What?
Gave looks.
No, I'm just saying it's not like Carrie Fisher was doing anything.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But you can't have a continuation of the original trilogy without Mark Hamill.
yeah.
But
That's crazy, though.
so final grading on Star Wars.
I already gave
Awakens.
it 9 boners.
9 boners.
9 saber boners.
9 diamond, hard rock diamond boners. I give it a 9. It was awesome.
I give it a 9 too. There's no way I couldn't give anything less.
Not
than that.
not very many things can keep my attention from beginning to end. And Star
For
Wars
2 hour and 15.
and Star Wars did it.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot I can sit there and like
Not like the Hateful Eight.
yeah. There's not a whole lot that I can sit there and nitpick on. It was a fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
So for the Absolute Geek Podcast, I am Matt.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jose.
May the Force be with you, everyone.
And also with you.
And go
enjoy
see
Star
Star
Wars, and we will see you
After Christmas.
next. Yeah,
Or
well,
tomorrow.
no, this is just a one shot. See you later,
Next week.
Space Cowboys.